All right, y'all, man. It is definitely going down. We are back on the all-new Dunny B Gospel Morning Show. I want to say a shout-out to all the churches out there and all the ministers that's doing it real big right here on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. And we got another very special guest live with us. Our first special guest live with us is on this beautiful Thursday morning. We got my main man, Terry Price. What's going down, man? Good morning, man.
What's going on? How you doing, Johnny B?
Man, I'm blessed. Cannot complain. What about you, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. I'm feeling the same way you feeling, bro. Just enjoying today.
Man, I know that's right. Especially on this beautiful Thursday morning, man. I know you got a lot going on, man. First of all, man, I want you to introduce yourself to the world, man. We got a lot of listeners right here on GospelIsGolden.com listening to us right now, man. So go ahead on, introduce yourself, tell everybody a little bit about you, man.
Hey, this is your boy Terry Price with the Terry Price Show, www.theterrypriceshow.com. You can check me out. A little bit about me. I'm just a messenger of the word. That's what I do. I just basically have Bible study, and I just have a format where I can present evidence to the people all through the world. And what I do is just kind of debunk all the negativity, all the nonsense that's going around in the churches today or whatever, or what's going on in the streets, man. So that's what I basically do, man. I'm just a messenger of the word of God.
Man, I gotta answer this, Terry Price, because man, you've been knowing each other for a long time out there, man. But how did you? I always ask, especially our young black brothers out there, man. How did you become a Christian, man? What motivated you to want to become a Christian, man? What happened in your life that particular time for you to say, hey? Because you've been in the secular world for a long time, man. But you went from the secular world to getting your life together, man. And the reason I'm asking this, because there's a lot of young people out there that's listening to this program may be like, you know what? If this young man can do it, why can't do it? Let's talk about that real quick. What was the motivation?
Well, the motivation was I think I needed a change. And I think the purpose of me kind of leaving the secular world was I thought that my lifestyle got to match the music that I do. I think my music should match my lifestyle. If I'm claiming to be a Christian and believe in living a godly life, then there's no way in the world I could still live in darkness. And that goes for anybody. So I felt like, my walk should match my lifestyle, what I'm into, type of music that I'm into, what I talk about. So, it was just time to switch up. It was time to make sure that everything is in proper order,
Wow, man, that is amazing. For those who just now tuned in to us right here on the all-new Dunny B Gospel Morning Show, GospelIsGolden.com, we're talking to my boy, rapper Terry Price, one of the coldest rapper, man. Man, I got to ask you this, man. What do you say to people out there? Because even though you changed, but you really didn't let your image change as much. Let's talk about that real quick.
Well, God created you to be who you are. Mm-hmm. And I think if we just sit back and really just observe everything that's going on, start reading our word, the more you'll realize you need to start reading, because it's a whole lot of stuff look right, it ain't right.
Right.
And it's definitely not right with God. So I just basically had to examine myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make sure what I'm doing. Am I doing the right thing?
Right.
Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And so that's all, man. I had to just kind of examine myself. I had to look back, stop listening to everybody, stop getting caught up with it, what everybody's doing, and start getting caught up in the word.
Right.
And just like John 8:32, and you should know the truth, and the truth should make you free. So I just feel like I'm free, man, because I'm in that word, and I'm learning for myself. And I'm not only learning, but I'm following what God said to do. A lot of people, they don't follow what God said to do. So I had to just sit back, man, and just make sure I was in line with God. I really did.
That is amazing, Terry Price. I am so proud of you, man, because you've been a strong, bold Christian for a long time, man. But I want to ask you this, man: what makes you different from any other Christian?
Well, more Christians they don't believe in Well, I'll put it to you like this: they believe in living any kind of lifestyle as long as you ask God to forgive you. That's what they believe in. I'm not a Christian that believes in that. I'm a Christian that believes in honoring God, upholding the law, statute, commandments of God, obeying what God say to do and what not to do. So I think that's what makes me stand out. And by me taking that step to stand out from the rest of the artists, that's what makes me not a likable person.
What do you?
Because I don't preach that. I don't preach that you can live any kind of way as long as you ask God to forgive you. I don't preach that. So
right.
I think that's what makes me stand out from everybody else.
What do you say to, especially the ministers out there that's working and struggling with their churches? Because if you notice, a lot of churches out there are struggling and can't keep a lot of people in the church. What do you think is going on? The fact that a lot of these ministers are not able to not even keep up with the Joneses. What do you say to that?
They need to quit lying to people. They absolutely need to quit lying to the people and start. They need to really dig deep into the Word of God and stop just always preaching on John 3:16. They need to start telling the people the truth. And people are realizing the church ain't nothing but a big business. It's nothing but a money thing now. And more people can see that. When people go to church, they just don't. These pastors are really not telling the people the truth, man. So that luster for the word is not there. Not that God is not there. It's just these ministers are more operating in the will of God as far as, oh, this is just a career. Oh, this is my job. But they're not operating in, this is what God has called me to do, to preach the truth to the mass of people. And see, when that's the problem. I mean, more pastors, they just look at it as a career, as a job.
Right.
And God ain't never said that in His Word. That's another thing. People are finding out, the more that they read their Bible, they realize a whole lot of pastors not operating in the truth.
Man,
so people getting fed up. People walking away. Man, people are tired of the same old year after year. They lie. So it's just, that's what's going on, man. Nobody's preaching the truth no more.
Wow, man, that is amazing. Terry Price, man, you really said a whole lot, and a lot of the ministers that's tuning in, they need to listen to that, because that is so true. People are fed up. People are fed up with fakeness. People are fed up with lying, and you right about that. And it should be. People are out there hurting. You got to understand, Terry. You got people out there that are hurting, that are upset, that are angry, and when they come to church, they expect for the minister to be uplifted, spiritual, and it's too much begging. And you're not doing nothing with the money. When you do get the money, man, I heard people talk about this all the time. And then it's a certain way you got to be when you come to church. And people just frustrated, fed up with it, man. So you make a good point, Terry, what you saying about this. Now, Terry, let's also talk about this, man, because you are one of them guys that think outside the box. You're not afraid to tell people what's on your mind. Let's talk about that real quick, man.
Well, I think if you read Isaiah 58:1, it says, "Cry loud and spare not." We have to go back to where it all started. Now, we know that we had a history before the slave trade. And I think more time, pastors do not preach on who we truly are according to the Word of God. The same book that I read, that you have at your house, that the pastors read, my Bible tells me that I am chosen by God. We are the children of Israel. So I feel like more black people need to understand who they are. They need to know who they are. You know, all we want to do is just have a fish dinner, have a crunk, rap gospel concert, and people don't have no clue on who they are and what to do, how to please God. We always talk about loving God. I love God. I'm filled with the precious Holy Ghost. But God say, if you love me, according to John 14 and 15, he said, Jesus said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments.
Yes.
So what is God's commandment?
Yes.
Because when you say that the laws are dealt away with, then you telling me it's all right to sleep with somebody else's wife. It's all right to sleep with somebody's husband. It's all right to kill, rob, steal, or whatever the sin might be. But 1 John 2 and 4 clearly say, he who say they love me and keep it not my commandments, they're a liar and the truth is not in them.
Wow.
So we got a whole lot of liars running around here. And I mean, man, we got to get back to who we are. So if you read Deuteronomy 28, it tells us, man, black people fell off because our forefathers refused to obey the law, statute, commandments of God. And since that happened, we need to come back to that. That's the only way things will get better with us black people. Have you noticed, man, everything is really happening bad for black people, man?
Yes, it is. Yes, I have noticed that.
I mean, and we just acting like we just want to protest and talk. It's time out for all that nonsense. It's time for us to say, you know what, God, we messed up over you.
Yes, you're right.
We want to turn from our evil and wicked ways. Stop following what the other nations are doing, according to Jeremiah 10 and 2. And let's start really coming back to God and let's do it right.
That's real.
Let's do it right.
That's real talk. We talking to my boy, rapper Terry Price, live with us right here on the hottest all new Dunn B Gospel Morning Show. This beautiful Thursday morning, and we talking to him, man. And he's keeping it real, and that's one thing we're gonna be doing on this show every morning is keeping it real and giving you the real taste of real Christian, bold Christian people. And that's what time it is, man. It's time for us to have that bold Christian people, because we don't have that. We got people that ministers that'll tell you what you want to hear, but they not telling the truth, man. You right, and you make a good point when you say that, man. And I love the fact that you're saying. Now, Terry, I want to talk about this too, man, because not only do you do that, man, but you do plays, you got movies out. Let's talk about that real quick, man, because you got a lot going on for yourself.
Well, I've always had the passion to do movies, short films, music, the radio show. I've always had a passion to do that. And what I learned in this day and time, man, just dealing with money, not having enough money and not being able to work with other gospel people because they so caught up in themselves and cliques. I just took it upon myself to buy all my equipment that I needed, just do it on my own. And if God sees fit for me to be able to work with people that are willing, then so be it. But I just always had a passion to do it, man. And I just love doing music. I love doing movies. And I just feel like, man, I got the talent to do it. I feel like God has given me the God-gifted talent to do it. So, man, that's just what I like doing. I enjoy it.
Wow, that's major, man. We got Terry Price live with us on the y'all new Dunn B Gospel Morning Show, man. You got anything coming up? What you want to tell the people? You got something coming up real soon?
Man, I just want to tell people to subscribe to my YouTube page, 3w.youtube.com/TerryTP7. I got more comedy, I got more short films, and I got some more music coming up next. And also, they could check out my the Terry Price Show TV, man, where we just basically have Bible study, and we come directly out of the Word of God. I don't give no philosophy of nobody else, my philosophy, my opinion. We just give straight facts from the Word of God, man.
Wow.
So people need to subscribe, man, and check me out.
All right, y'all heard it first right here on the y'all new Dunn B Gospel Morning Show. We're doing it real big right here. We definitely want to thank our boy Terry Price for calling in to the #1 new morning show, man. And good luck in everything that you're doing, man. I know with you, man, you always doing something, man. And I just want to say congratulations and good luck in everything you do, man. What you think about that, man?
I appreciate that. Say that again?
I said, what you think about that, man?
Hey, man, I like it, man. I like it. That was cool, man.
All right, y'all. We're going to have a lot more coming up on the Y'all New Dunn B Gospel Morning Show. We'll have a lot more coming up. We want to say a shout out to everybody out there listening to us on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. Keep it locked on GospelIsGolded.com.